If you love Baltimore sports, you'll love WNST.net.
I don't think it's bad to set expectations. What we hope for is a championship. That's the bottom line. I want Joe to be a championship quarterback. To be the winningest quarterback in the National Football League, whatever that means. And obviously that means, you got to get first downs. He's got to be effective in the red zone. He can't be turning the ball over. He's got to get people lined up. He's got to handle, a voluminous game plan. He's got to enunciate well in the huddle. There's 1,000 things that go to that position. So you expect all those things from him. Obviously, there's terms like elite quarterback, franchise quarterback, all those things are where we expect Joe to go, and where he even more so than we do. That's his plan. You know how Joe is. He already thinks he's the best quarterback in the National Football League. So that's what you want. But he knows that he's always going to have a lot of work to do. Physically, he needs to get stronger. Mentally, he needs to get sharper. Technique-wise, he needs to get, more pronounced. But the expectation is to be the winningest quarterback in the National Football League.
When you look at the last couple of games, when we were all saying he was hurt, you guys were saying it's okay. When you look at that, how do you judge that? Right. When a guy's playing in the biggest games and isn't right, and you know what it's like, you're an athlete, when you're not right at that level, at that position, that's a tough thing.
Well, yeah, it is. It's a tough thing, and that's a great thing about football because you're never right. There's nobody that's right. There's nobody that's 100% at that point in time in the season unless they're playing for the first time. So, the question was it affecting his performance? Well, it's always affecting everybody's performance, but it wasn't affecting his performance to the extent that he couldn't win for us. That he wasn't our best option. And I think that's the thing that we were standing on. Joe Flacco can go out there and play really well. We felt like he was capable of doing that. Was he fighting through? He had just major bruises on his left leg, up and down his leg. And there was swelling in there as a result of it, and I think it affected his mobility, but you guys all knew that. So, yeah, is it affecting him? You know what, we plan to go win this game. It's not affecting him to the point where we're not planning on him being good enough to help us win this game. And I think when you're on the inside of that thing, you're not going to sit there and acknowledge that you've got injuries that are going to cost you the game. That's not an okay excuse. We're not going to say, hey, if we don't win this game, it's because Joe's got, some problems and some bruising. We're not going to say that. We're going to say Joe Flacco is ready to go. And that's what we stood on. So I think it's important when you're competing to approach it that way. And the other thing is you're not going to give your opponent, a target. That's just not something that we want to do. They get a pretty good idea anyway by watching them move around, just like you guys did. But it comes to injuries. You know how I'm going to be. You know what? We're going to go play the game. We're going to go win. But I think we said that Joe was, he's tough and he was fighting through it. And he was very courageous about it, fighting through it.
If you love Baltimore sports, you'll love WNST.net.